Well, good morning. This is going to be a good one. I've been looking forward to doing this build for a few weeks now, and it's the last piece going in the container garden. This is Nancy's herb garden grow table. So we're going to be building this. It's going to take me a few days to build it. It's a little bit more complicated than what we've been doing, but I'm looking forward to doing it. So we'll be right back in the break and we'll talk about the details of it.
This video covers how to start a container garden. Number 4, herb table.
Well, welcome back. Here's the sketch I developed for this herb table. So come on up here and let's take a little closer look at the sketches so we can see how we're going to get this job done. Come on up. Well, here's the sketch. This is a top view of the arrangement of the table itself. It's going to be built with two assemblies. Assembly number 1 is a 10-foot long by about 3 feet wide table. And assembly number 2, there's 2 of them identical, and they're about 3 feet wide and about 8 feet long. And they connect to the assembly number 1, which creates this U shape for the table. So you can walk inside the area and you can walk around and work all 3 tables from this one position here. So that's how we're going to do it. This is a top view looking down on it. It's a pretty good footprint of a table, so it's pretty big. So let's take a look at the first assembly. I'm going to build this in 3 parts. Here's assembly number 1. This is the long one. It's here's a top view of the table, and here's a front view, looking at it from this direction. This is about 10 feet long, 3 feet wide, and about 30 inches high, which is very comfortable for Nancy to stand, and it's also about the right size up to a 3-gallon container. Most of her containers that she grows out there are 1 to 2 gallons. There's an occasional 3-gallon where she plants lettuce, so we'll have a lot of lettuce on this table as well. But the first table is the back piece, and it's going to be made with 4x4 legs to give it the stability I'm always looking for, with a 2x4 frame that goes around it. The 2x4 frame and the legs are all pressure treated lumber because we're going to be sitting out in the weather all the time. And the top of this table is built with 5/4 by 6-inch deck boards, and I'm going to put the piece number 4, the deck boards, on last so I can assemble the frame, transfer the frame out to the position in the garden, and then I'll put on the deck boards on top while it's in place because I don't want it to be too heavy. This bottom rail right here, it serves as rigidity to support the legs to keep them from collapsing, and I believe I may even come back later and put a shelf on the bottom here so she can keep things under there that she uses when she's doing her herbs. But right now I'm not planning on putting one on. I'm just making it where I can later. So here's the first assembly. I'm going to build it. The second assembly, we're going to need 2 of these. These are the ones that go these 2 end pieces that connect to assembly number 1. So that's this one right here. Need 2 of these little rascals. This is a top view, and this is a front view of the table, looking at it from this direction. It's about 8 feet long, 3 feet wide, 30 inches high. And it's going to have the deck 5/4 by 6-inch deck boards on the top as well, so it matches. And I've got the pattern of these to all go the same way so it looks smooth across there. It'll look more like the top of a deck. I don't want the boards going one direction on one assembly and the other direction on the other, so I want it to all look the same and be nice and smooth. It's just a clean look for her. I'm trying to do it a little special for her because she's really looked forward to having her own container garden for her herbs for a long time, so I'm going to try to make it nice for her. Anyway, this is the table, 4x4 legs, 2x4 frame construction with the 5/4 by 6 deck boards on the top. Same principles, all the rest of them. Then when I get them out there in place, I'm gonna connect the two assemblies, two assembly number 2s to assembly number 1, and I'm gonna run some nice long 2x4 rails, 2 on this side and 2 on this side to hold the whole thing together. And I'll be able to screw through this spot to the 4x4 legs to hold it all in place. And when I get through, I'm going to cover this entire assembly with a 40% shade cloth above it, so that when she's growing her herbs, it's not getting too much sun. They need about 40% sun, so we're out in the full sun out there in the container garden, so I'm going to install a shade cloth over the top. That'll be the last piece of the project. That way she's got the correct amount of sunshine coming down on her herbs and lettuces and things like that, so she can have some success with her garden. So let me go out to the shop. I'll start cutting up all these parts, and we'll build this thing and get it on out into the earth, out into the container garden. Now, if you want to do something like this or similar to it, I'm going to put these sketches on our Facebook page, and you can download these and adjust them to suit whatever size you want to make for yourself, or even just one of the assemblies, or however you want to do it. You can deviate from this to suit your own needs. But I'm looking forward to doing this, and I can't wait to see her face when I unveil it to her. So anyway, let's go out here and start cutting some parts and in the shop and getting this thing put together and into the garden. Let's get the job done. This thing ain't gonna build itself, so I'm gonna get out there and do it. Well, I got all my parts cut out, so we're about ready to get started on assembling these things and putting it together. So let's get started on that. Let's go. Well, we finally got the shade cloth frame and the shade cloth installed over the herb table. We're very excited. This is a big milestone here on the homestead. You can already see where the sun's starting to get over to that damaging part of the day. You can see right here where the sun's hitting it, and you can see the difference between here and right on that last little bit of edge. As soon as the sun gets up about another 15 minutes, that's going to be gone. But this whole thing right here will be in the shade that I'm standing in now, 40% shade cloth. So this is a good job on getting our lettuce and some of Nancy's herbs to grow without getting sunburned and give them a real good fighting chance down here in this Florida sun. So we're excited and happy to have it. And I'm really glad that y'all tagged along with me on this project. It was kind of a long project, but it was pretty fun. The bracing wire is kind of a hard job to do, but we got her done. I crisscrossed it in the overhead so when the shade cloth gets wet and it starts to droop, it'll hit that wire so it doesn't make a big sag in the shade cloth. This stuff's pretty durable and it really don't have a lot of trouble with sagging anyway, and this stuff will last 8 to 10 years. So it's a good investment if you want to try to keep your delicate plants protected from direct sun that they just can't take. So we're glad to have it. I'm glad you joined me. It was a fun project. If you like our channel, please subscribe and be a part of our homestead family here at Hollis and Nancy's Homestead on the 2.0 videos. So until me and Nancy and Bing Bing see you next time, always remember, by his hands we are fed. Give us, Lord, our daily bread. Amen.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you for watching our videos. We love making them. If you like our videos, we ask you to partner with us in our mission by sharing our videos from YouTube and post from Facebook to all social medias. It really inspires and encourages us. Some great places to share is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please like if you like this video, subscribe, click the notification button so you never miss another video. Click below for products we used in the videos, and you could also partner with us without spending a penny. We welcome your encouraging comments, prayers, and questions. And thank you for watching and sharing our videos and posts. Have a blessed day.